Let's conceptualize rural tourism here with me in a practical and easy to understand way. Okay. Hello. Welcome to another rural tourism class. An offering from EXA Group Canada, encourage quality education for tourism people and communities. We are sustainable and responsible for transforming the world. You are also responsible for changing the world. Your decision to start these online classes to understand more about rural communities, rural tourism, and sustainable development was the best decision you made this year. Since the end of the medieval era, people have migrated to more developed and economically active population centers. With the Industrial Revolution, the rural exodus becomes a reality and causes impacts around the planet. EXA Group Canada will offer more courses like this and intends to develop students' projects with the communities where they live. You are an EXA Group Canada student now. Welcome to the future of tourism. Welcome to the sustainable perspective I'm going to present to you in today's class. I am Mark Xavier, the most beloved tourism expert in the world. I will show you how to develop tourism communities using the tourism industry as a tool to support local economic growth. I will show you how to get the attention of expert tourists, creating authentic offers with the heritage of local people. You will be a junior expert with strategic vision and theoretical and practical project management knowledge at the end of these classes. Stay tuned. I will propose studies during our lessons and monitor projects aligned with the proposals and practices presented in the online courses. I will partner with all of you participating in this class. A partner of the communities, companies and associations. Together, we are more strong, robust, and we can make a massive difference by restart tourism with a 100% sustainable perspective. Have you ever heard of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the 2030 Agenda? Since 2015, the world has been researching and developing actions to create a new perspective for people and nature in this planet we live in. 2030 is the final year of efforts to build 17 sustainability goals in different subjects and disciplines. Don't worry, I will talk to you about this subject at a more appropriate time in the course, but you can access the link that appears here in your screen. The same link is also in the description of this video on YouTube. It will be imperative for you to access the 2030 Agenda link and learn all about the 17 Sustainable Development Goals and their application in tourism. Also, access this link that appears in your screen or click on the link available in the description of this video on YouTube and access the United Nations World Tourism Organization 17 Sustainable Development Goals platform. This course was developed by EXA Group Canada's 10-year countdown program to promote sustainable tourism systems in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Newfoundland, Labrador, and Prince Edward Island. The 10-year countdown program started carrying out projects to promote the 17 Sustainable Development Goals by 2020 in Ontario. Since April 2021, it has been developing new projects in Nova Scotia. During this period, the company carried out rural tourism mentoring, online art exhibitions, information and interviews on the evolution of the Conta Tour podcast, and technical visits to develop partnerships for the growth of the sustainable and social action. You will learn a lot about tourism mentoring for rural communities. This is one of the projects I like to do the most. I am passionate about education and actions to promote knowledge of tourism and sustainability. If you haven't attended the inaugural class yet, I invite you to come back and watch before proceeding with this class. There, you will get to know me better and learn more about the objectives of this class. Access through the link you see here on the screen or through the link published in the description of this video on YouTube. If you are not already subscribed to the channel, sign up now. Stop everything you are doing and subscribe on the YouTube channel and Spotify. You can support EXA Group Canada in develop the 10-year countdown program in many ways, and some are follow us on Instagram and LinkedIn, purchasing EXA Group Canada's products and services, or donate to the 10-year countdown program fundraising. As you already know, the link is appearing here on the screen here for you and is also available on the description of this class on our YouTube channel. Must you be asking yourself, how can I handle so much information? I answer you, it's simple. Come with me and I will explain halfway through. Rural communities. To understand what the study of rural communities and rural tourism involves, it is crucial to understand that when I talk about the rural environment, I am talking about anthropology, geography, history, sociology, agriculture, economics, and politics. Since the end of the medieval era, people have migrated to more developed and economically active population centers. With the Industrial Revolution, the rural exodus becomes a reality and causes impacts around the planet, especially in developed and developing countries. This perspective shows us the source of the statistics we currently have in our province or state. Retaining talent for strategic positioning in favor of the development of rural communities will be something significant that you will learn about in the following classes. COVID-19 pandemic and the social restrictions adopted to control the spread of the virus made us reflect more on family life and our wide contact with nature, a kind of freedom. That false prestige and status of living in the city for believing that the rural is a backward, isolated, and decadent place is disappearing from social perception. The vision is that the rural environment is a place to support mental health and family life amidst nature, a way to recover the values of this place's heritage and history, preserving the economic and sustainable characteristics of residents. The home office brought many opportunities, and the best one was the expansion of human vision to the rural environment. Rurality will always have its geographical delimitation, but this delimitation is changing in the view of the millennials and the Z and Alpha generations, who begin to no longer see the rural areas as purely remote and isolated. In provinces like Nova Scotia, access to quality internet in rural areas is a reality. Living in rural areas is no longer a challenge, showing extreme interest for different types of professional, free, and nomadic. This creates a massive opportunity for the introduction of modern management and operation practices, and advancing the introduction of technology and cultural communication. According to Guyama Studies in 2008, the evolution of the concept of rural reflects the growth of the rural itself, from an almost exclusively agricultural space to a diversified economic and social fabric. This positioning is authentic for us at this specific time in our lives, impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. There are several concepts of rural, but the concept is still undefined around the world. According to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, rural communities have less than 150 people per kilometer square. These include people living in the countryside, towns, and small towns. Two studies by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, are very nice. I will leave the link for you to access these materials. Always seek technical knowledge by accessing these links that I am making available to you in the description of this class on YouTube. Your particular vision is super important to your community. It's where you live. It's who you live with. It's where you want to be. So, study more, and when browsing the internet, remember the links I made available to you and discover how to enhance the development of your professional career. Take advantage of the wonders that the internet offers us all the time. To illustrate the importance of rural communities for the world, especially here for Canada, and the impression that only I think so, I will quote for you the introduction of the OECD policy note called Rural 3.0, the framework for rural development. Rural regions will play a central role in meeting the major global opportunities and challenges of the 21st century. This includes developing new energy sources that meet our climate challenge, innovation in food production for a growing population, and providing natural resources that will enable the next production revolution. And the rural areas are performing well and are in a position to grasp these opportunities. Other rural regions have not been prosperous and have less capacity to adapt structural shifts in manufacturing and natural resource-based industries. Combined with population loss and aging mean, some rural communities are being left behind, fueling discontent. The capacity of governments to effectively address this challenge and opportunities will impact future national cohesion and prosperity. This policy brief outlines the case for focusing on rural areas as engines of national prosperity and how policy should leverage this opportunity. It is organized as follows. First, the changing context for rural policy is assessed in the context of 6 megatrends that will bring new challenges and opportunities for rural regions. Second, it shows that rural regions are not synonymous with decline or agricultural specialization, but places of growth and opportunity. Third, the distinctiveness and diversity of rural regions is discussed, including how distance, dependence on external markets, and natural resources influence development. Fourth, the importance of increasing productivity and the context of population aging is outlined along with analysis about the quality of life that rural regions can offer relative to urban areas. Fifth, it discusses the importance of the tribal sector and linkages with cities and drivers of growth and how policies can respond that. The policy brief concludes by presenting the Rural Policy 3.0, which provides guidance to governments about how to leverage opportunities and position rural regions for prosperity and well-being. Let's conceptualize rural tourism here with me in a practical and easy to understand way. According to Edmar Luiz Xavier Neto, your most beloved tourism expert, rural community has low demographic density, little difference between social classes, agricultural activities as a primary source of income in areas outside the urban perimeters. We can work on the other aspects we talked about at the beginning of this class more quickly from this viewpoint. Are you good today? Calm, relax. It's everything okay out there? Please, note that learners can send all their questions by mail. If you have purchased Rural Tourism class, you have privileged access to different materials, and there are various ways to interact with me. If you have not purchased our course but you are watching the class on YouTube, please also send your question by mail, and our staff or I will respond as soon as possible. If you have not purchased the course but are watching the class on YouTube, you can donate to 10-Year Countdown program to help bring our tourism and sustainability education materials to be rural and indigenous communities in the Atlantic province of Canada. You need to go to exagroupcanada.com/10-year countdown and clicking on our fundraise button. The website will direct you to the PayPal pool. Donate $1, $5, $10, $100, $1,000, or as much as you can. This positive attitude will have an impact on the sustainable world we want in 2030. Some fundamental differences need to be addressed at this point. Rural does not mean agricultural. This is the first mistake in the rural development strategy. Agricultural exclusively means the economic sector related to the plant cultivation, farm animals, and related activities, agribusiness and veterinary. This difference can extend and vary. In the rural environment, there are still non-agricultural activities, such as activities related to leisure and recreation, housing, tourism, and essential services to the rural space and the people who live there. We are going to focus this class on non-agricultural activities. Of course, there is no way to separate the influence of agricultural activities in the developing non-agricultural activities. All these activities generate the multicultural nature of professionals in rural communities, with new market niches, new services, expanding new commercial structure, and strengthening actions to rescue and promote the local heritage linked to the agricultural exploitation. Yeah, I know. It's confusing, I know. Keep following me. Write down in doubts and relax that I have a plan. A Brazilian author named Graziano da Silva took a stand in 2002, saying that the rural space can no longer be thought of only as a place that produces agricultural goods and offers labor. In addition to the rural space offering air, water, tourism, leisure, healthcare, enabling the multi-purpose management of the rural space. It provides the possibility in the local regional space to combine work posts with small and medium-sized companies. The Brazilian mentor named Edmar Xavier takes a stand in 2021, saying that the rural space is now responsible for helping to maintain people's social life and mental health. In addition to enabling new public strategies by increasing social contributions with taxes, contributing to the reduction of public investments for emergency and financial aid. Family Farm, coupled with management and marketing technologies for rural family productions, generates productivity in the rural community. How can this be characterized? Families who live and create their primary source of income on the farm, creating jobs and generating opportunities for local people. This is a reality. Now imagine the scenario where people with disabilities and other minorities in these communities interact with commerce and regional sustainable development. Family farming, for me, is the most critical issue we are going to discuss in these classes. I was born and raised in different environments and rural communities, interacting from family farm to the agri-industry, exporting commodities. All the projects I developed involve improving the community's capacity to achieve individual profit goals and the strategic positioning of business investments. Family farm can leverage economic activities carried out on rural property and attract non-agricultural activities as residual income. You will learn how to make this happen in our classes. And I want to follow your project closely to see your success happen. Be sure. There are different positions for the interpretation of pluriactivity. I like to position myself in favor of occurrence by creating new market niches. Various research can be adopted to offer activities, such as buildings and local innovations. Let's go to the practical example, the Berry Hill Farm in Upper Sioux, Nova Scotia, where I enjoyed experiencing this immersion in rural tourism offered by the property. The owner produced food on his farm and built a suite-style cottage to receive tourists through Airbnb. In addition to agricultural activity related to food production, there is also non-agricultural activities associated with the commercialization of tourist accommodation in the rural environment. From these activities, many others can arise, such as events, culinary immersion, tasting of food and beverages produced on site, meetings for philosophy and sociology, and several other strategies that can be used to multiply the offer and experience of the tourist on site. It is very interesting to note and point out that pluriactivity can encourage tourists to increase their stay at the destination. Nova Scotia students, this positioning is fully aligned with Nova Scotia tourism, which seeks solutions to offer experience that retain the tourists for at least 15 days. This is not difficult to plan, and you have the opportunity to get ahead by acquiring knowledge of this course. If you haven't purchased this course yet, this is one of the reasons you should. Our strategies are in line with the tourism industry development strategies in Nova Scotia. Students who have purchased this wonder called the Rural Tourism classes have unique opportunities just for them. You can find out all this by visiting the website that is now appearing on your screen here, please. You can click here, okay? exagroupcanada.com/e-class. You can find the link also in the description of this video on YouTube. The evolution of agricultural communities to rural communities. Hello. Welcome to EXA Group Canada. I am Mark Xavier. He is Abraham Xavier. Yeah, your code for today. Right, Abraham? Show them Nova Scotia map and show where you want to go next time. Yeah? See. Bye. Bye. Everybody. Okay. The evolution of agricultural communities to rural communities. The development of rural communities must be multifunctional to involve essentially agricultural communities, which have the economy based in farm production and related services. Cross-functional development is characterized by fundamental elements, which I will now mention to you. Agricultural exploration as a source of primary income, non-agricultural exploration activities intrinsic to agriculture, and non-agricultural activity, which we will call rural tourism. So we talk about rural tourism. Other non-agricultural activities, indirectly or entirely unrelated to agriculture, can serve as a link to the development of sustainable tourism systems in agricultural communities. Additional activities must be present in this context, such as a wastewater treatment industry, water, organic waste, recyclables, and other public and private services in several different types of business. If you made it to the end of this class successfully, leave your likes there, please. Comment what you think about today's lesson and post your questions in the comments, and I will personally answer all comments. Activate your notification bell that you will receive all updates from EXA Group Canada on YouTube. Whenever news arrive, you will be ahead. Share with your friends, family, co-workers, boss. Every sharing is essential to strengthening this channel. You attend the first class of Rural Tourism class today. We've talked a lot about what the rural community is, and now we are ready to start talking about tourism and how the interaction of tourism with rural communities can be strategic for entire regions to serve as macro-regional economic assistance during the next few years of pandemic recovery. I am Mark Xavier. Visit EXA Group Canada, exagroupcanada.com. We develop tourist destinations, manage territories through efficient communication with all people involved in tourism activities. EXA Group Canada is a partner for sustainable development, and Rural Tourism Class is another project of the 10-year countdown program. Our email is operations@exagroupcanada.com. Please feel free to contact EXA Group Canada also by calling 902-450-7230. I believe in positive attitudes for a sustainable world. Is that you? See you tomorrow in the next class. See you soon, fellas.